am. Good morning. How are you today? Well, it may not be morning for you, but for me it is 11:05 on Thursday the 11th. We're going to go through our computer system today. We're going to look at Windows and how to set it up better, and then how to tell how much memory you have and how much hard drive space you have on your computer. And there's not really a reason for you to get to see me today, but I wanted to show you my helper. You can see her right down there. Her name is Mauser. We have 5 cats. We have 5 cats. I know that's sad. It's okay. But I wanted to show you her this morning. So this is what she does. She can't sit in my lap because otherwise I can't work. So she is sitting right there watching me. All right, so let me turn myself off. Let me get myself turned off here. There we go. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Let me get it started. There we go. All right, so you see my computer. Now, I've done some stuff to it. It doesn't normally look like this. I've done some stuff to it and adjusted some things so that I could show you an efficient way to set it up. Now, what your computer looks like is totally up to you. If you want to have every file you own on your desktop, which is what you're looking at, that is absolutely okay. I'm showing you the way I do things and just giving you an idea of what you could do. The older a person is, the closer they get to my age and my mother's age and my grandmother's age, the more usually they need help with their computer systems. So you may not want yours set up this way, but there may be somebody in your life who could use a little bit of help. And when you get into the workplace, if you can do some simple things like I'm going to show you, then it really gets you brownie points, okay? So let's go through this. First off, this is a desktop. That's what it's called. Just like your desktop, wherever you are, like mine. Mine looked a little scary this morning. It was kind of busy. But a desktop is supposed to be clean and have just the stuff you use most often on it. And that's how your computer desktop is. Now, I put some extra stuff on here on mine so we could talk about removing it. Now, I have files everywhere. My files are not supposed to be here. They're not. That's what my file system is for, and that is another video. We're talking about desktop right now. Now, let's look. This, see a little arrow right there? That's a shortcut. That is not the actual program. Deleting that does not delete the program. I don't need it here. I need it at the bottom of my screen on my taskbar. This thing down here is called the taskbar, right? Now, if you have Windows 7 or if you have some other version, if you have Linux or something else, yours may not look like this. If you have an Apple product, a Mac, yours will not look like this. But this is what mine looks like down here. I don't need stuff up here. I need stuff on my taskbar, because when I have things open, then I can't see things on my desktop, but I can always see my taskbar. Now, if I want things down there, I can grab it and I can drag it. See what it does? It says I can't do that because I already have it pinned here. So it's already down there. Now, this is Excel. This is the program. This is not a file. I already have it pinned down here too. But if I didn't, I could just pull it down here and then there would be a shortcut there. But I don't need these. So I can right click it and delete it, or I can highlight both of them and hit my delete key. Remember, that does not delete your program. Now, your files that are on your desktop, if you delete those, then those are going to be gone. I don't need these. I just put these here to show you how to get rid of it. All right? And these things over here, I don't need this. And let me show you what this is. Let me get it drug over here. Remember, I have 3 monitors. I had some stray dogs in my yard this morning. Now, I don't do dogs. I don't do dogs. My 2 daughters have dogs, and when they're gone on vacation, the dogs come stay here because they're small dogs, like cat-sized. And one of our cats likes to be mean to dogs, so we have to make him quit. But I had 2 stray dogs here this morning. This is where I saved the the picture at because, you know, me, I posted it on Facebook. But I called animal control, and that nice officer came and was very nice to the dogs and started going around all the local houses to see if he could find where they lived. So in Duran, animal control does not mean they hurt your dogs. That means they try to find where they're at. But anyway, that's the file. But I don't need it. So there we go. Now my recycle bin, I have a bunch of junk in it, and I need to go through it just to make sure, so I'm not going to do anything to it today. But to get rid of things, you right click and you empty your recycle bin. Now, if you have a Chromebook or if you have an HP Stream, you need to keep your recycle bin empty because that saves space. Now, let's look here. These are little bitty. These are little bitty. On my keyboard, if I hold down my control key, you know, at the bottom left, and then with my mouse, I use the scroll up button in the middle of it. So I hold the control, and I do the scroll up. I can make my icons bigger, which is pretty cool, right? All right, there's that. Now, this is pretty plain. Let's look at what we can do to customize it. I'm going to right click. Now, there are lots of ways to do what I'm about to do. I don't care how you do it. This is just how I'm doing it. I'm going to right click a blank spot, and I want to go to personalize. And the screen went over there, so I'm going to drag it over here. Now, we have stuff. We have stuff. This is our background. I could change my background to a picture, to a solid color, or to a slideshow. So if I had some pictures I wanted to have on my background, then I could do that. I could choose one of these. I can browse. Did it work? There we go. I can browse, find my own picture. I can choose if it stretches, if it fits, if it centers, all different kinds of things. Come on. There we go. I can choose my background color. I can do all kinds of things here. See this down here? Then there are questions. So up there, now over at the left, colors. There we go. So you can't see anything just yet. You can see things when you start changing it. See how my taskbar down here is dark and it's a certain color? That's because I've messed with stuff in here. You can just do different things. You can choose an accent color. You can just do different things. See this? You can choose these. You can just go in and mess with how Windows looks. This is all about appearances, about aesthetics. So we're on our lock screen next. See, I'm just going top down. Now you can choose just a picture for your lock screen. You can choose a slideshow, or you can let Windows choose it. I just let Windows choose it. Sometimes it's pretty. Different things, different things. Now we're at themes. Let's skip themes. Let's go bottom up. Taskbar. Taskbar is this thing down here. It's supposed to be nice and clean and have what you want on it. We're going to adjust that in a minute. But here are just some settings, so you can change it. See it over there? Woo, that freaks me out. There we go. I like it down there. You can just do different things, right? All kinds of things. All right, so start. We're going to do the start in a minute. Let's go to fonts. These are your system fonts, okay? Different things. I'm not going to change mine, but you can change your system fonts, which is kind of fun. And you can always change it back to default, okay? All kinds of things. Now, themes. This is the fun part. Let's give us a theme. Now, first thing, see my mouse cursor? See this? My mouse cursor is Windows Black Extra Large. Now, those older people I referenced earlier, sometimes they have a hard time seeing, especially on laptops. So let's learn how to change our mouse cursor. So you have none, you have different stuff, you have different things. The one I like, especially on a laptop because it's nice and big and easy to see, is the Windows Black Extra Large. See it right there? That's the one I already had. Here's how you can change different things. If you're left-handed, you can switch. You can make your double click slow or fast. You can do, say how fast it moves. You can do all kinds of things here. There we go. Come on, there we go. See, it's nice and big. I like that because it's easy to see. Let's look at themes. Okay, so themes are free. Let's get us a theme. Get more themes in Microsoft Store. And it moved to the other monitor. There we go. Now, a theme. What kind of theme would I like? Ooh, sunflowers is pretty. Let's not be lame today. Let's find something funny. The Adventures of Ninja Cat. Hey, I don't know what that is, so what else is down here? Flowers are pretty. Let's try gaming. Oh, these are games. Ooh, let me go back. Themes. Let me go back to themes. All right. Let's. How many's here? 50,000? Does it tell me how many's here? No. Let's just dig. Do we have any dragon themes? Is it going to do anything? Oh, I know what I like. What's it called? Angry Birds theme. Does it say theme? I want all departments. Well, dadgummit. I guess the searching doesn't work and I'm just going to have to dig around. That's weird. I have coffee this morning, by the way. I have a 12-ounce cup. It has some Sweet and Low in it. It has some hazelnut creamer. Really big cup. And today's probably going to be a 3-cupper. Do we see anything that looks nice on here? Ooh. I'm a total nerd, so you're probably going to see it by the one I choose. Oh, funny. Hey. Oh, do I see what I like? Oh, I don't see one that looks like fun. Ah, here we go. Look here. Paint 3D creatures. Let's click that one. I enjoy a high creep factor. So it says it's free. Has 11 images. And I created it in Paint. That's cool. Let's get this one. Now you may have to sign in with your Microsoft account. If you don't have one, you can set one up. It's free. So let's look. There are days I wake up and I feel like my eyes are different sizes like this. And then there are days that I'm just fiery and flamey, and it's probably best not to talk to me those days. You know, like the animated show Hercules, Hades, when he gets mad, his head goes woof and on fire. Yeah, that's me some days. Okay, so let's apply it. Now, I'm going to close the Microsoft Store behind it because I'm done with it. All right, so here is the theme. Come on, there we go. But now, let's look. What else can we do to it? Is there anything we can do to it? Okay, so once you click a theme here, then up above you can change its sounds and things like that, all right? So let's sound. So the theme sounds, default, just gonna leave that alone. Get more things. So let's look at the theme. Just gonna minimize it. So, that's pretty cool. Now this was created in Paint 3D is what it said. Paint 3D is on every Windows 10 computer. This is not the old Paint. This is the new one. It's really cool. So right click. The next one. Let's look at the next one. Well, it went to the other monitor. Is it going to change? Gracious. There we go. Isn't it pretty cool? It's changing the other monitors first. I have 3 monitors. I'm having to click it 3 times to get this one to change. So anyway, let me get this opened and back up. That's how you change your themes. Now somewhere in here, it will let you change your, will it let me do anything? Somewhere in here, you can change how fast it cycles, stuff like that, but we're not going to worry about that. Pretty cool, right? So you can get all kinds of things and sounds and stuff to the Microsoft Store. So let's close that. That's cool. All right, so let me be boring. Let me go back to just the plain one. Things. I did like that one. There used to be one called, I just want the plain one. Is that it? There we go. There used to be one called Angry Birds, and when you change things and when you click around, it makes the Angry Bird sounds, which was really, really fun. All right, so let's look right here. I'm back here. Let's look down at our taskbar real quick. That is called Messenger for desktop if you have Facebook. And the older you get, the more likely you already have Facebook. If you have Facebook, then you can install this so you don't actually have to be on Facebook because it's distracting, but you can just have the messaging. My daughter's messaging me. So that's what that is down there. But let's look. I have stuff. Now, all these things down here are shortcuts. They're not the real programs. So I can get rid of things down there that I don't need. Let's look. That's my file system. That's Chrome. That is something called Snip and Sketch that I'll show you later. But I don't use that often. I don't need it, so I'm going to unpin it. I do use Excel and Word, and that's my email, my office. I use this a lot. That's Adobe Pro, and this is my programming software that I use for my classes. There is Zoom, which obviously I have open, and that is my printer. I use that quite often. Let me drag it over here. So these are things I use every day, multiple times a day. There's my printer. I don't use Skype. I use Zoom and then Facebook Messenger video things. So I need to unpin that. What is that? What is that? Okay, so that's one of the things I added. I'm going to unpin that because I don't need that either. And I don't use the Microsoft Store very often, so I'm going to unpin it there too. So that's all nice and clean. Let's get rid of Excel. Oh, crap, but I use Excel every day. So let's go put it back. Now, this is the start. This is the start. And it's kind of messy. Let's go ahead and pin Excel back down there. Yeah, I know it's over there. I don't want that one. Right here. Now, there are multiple ways. I can right-click it and more, pin it to the taskbar. See that? Or I can just grab it, left-click, grab it, and put it back. Come on. Put it back down there where it's supposed to go. See, it says link. Well, I don't want it there. I want it over here. So you can also reorder and do stuff like that. Let's go back down to the taskbar. If you right-click on a blank spot, it'll show you things. You have different toolbars. I have all those unchecked. Search, I have that search box down there. You can hide it. If you don't use it, you can hide it. I actually don't use it, but you can always turn it back on. See? Now, let's right-click again, show Cortana, because I use her because I'm hella lazy some days. And then there's different things. See that? You have that. If you don't use that, turn it off. Right-click. I don't have the people thing because I don't use the people option here. I don't have any other thing. Any of these other things turned on so that my taskbar is nice and clean. You also see I don't have much stuff running in the background. I keep mine really clean. See, that's my mouse and my keyboard. There's Zoom. I use Malwarebytes here on my home computer. That is my OneDrive. I have a new email from a student. Okay. Outlook is running. That's just because I have stuff plugged in. My computer does have Bluetooth. And that's nice and clean. Nice and clean. Nice and clean means your computer runs faster. All right, so there's that. Let's go to the start. See, I didn't click anything. I hit the Windows keyboard on my Windows keyboard. I hit the Windows key on my keyboard. You can also just click right here. Now, let's look. Stuff. You know, here's how you turn it off. You can also just press the power button. Having to do start, shutdown, went out with Windows 98. Press the power button. Here's your settings, a shortcut to all your various settings. Then you have, pictures, different things. Then up here you have this, but that's not what I want. I want this. Now, over here, these things are called tiles. We're going to go through these tiles, and then I think we might be done with this video because I'm getting kind of long. So, do you use these tiles? Are they necessary? Instead of using the tiles, I put stuff on my taskbar because I don't need these tiles. I don't need those. I just need them to always be accessible right down here. Now, let's look. Different stuff, different stuff, different stuff. See this? This thing is going to flip. If I have my photos turned on, my photos are going to flip. Let's work with the photos. Right click. More. I can turn the live tile off so that it won't flip. Of course, it didn't do a thing because it wasn't working when you were looking. Now, but I've decided I would like to have my photos icon little bitty. Right click. Resize. Little bitty. Little bitty. I don't want it down there. I want it up here. Right. Now, the word miscellaneous went away. I don't have any words on mine. Let's add some words. Watch when I move my mouse. See this? I can name a group. Can I name any of these other ones? You have to have them spaced apart. To be able to name things. See? Now I can scoot it further down. I can still move things around. See, it took off the name. I can add a name back. If I don't want it, I just click in it and get rid of it. Now, let's get rid of these tiles. I don't like them. I'm not going to use that Xbox game bar. If I unpin the tile, it does not uninstall the program. These are shortcuts. I'm going to see, I can do different things with it. I'm going to unpin it. It's still over here. It's not uninstalled. People's awfully big. I want to make it little bitty. And then I want to move it around. But I've decided I don't like it after all. I don't want any of these things here, none of them. So I'm going to unpin them all. Because I don't like these tiles. They're confusing. I don't use them. I don't know whose bright idea this was, but just no. See, this is not uninstalling them. This is just taking them off this screen. Come on, right click. I have to get rid of this first, I think. Now let me see if I can unpin it. What is it doing? Is it not letting me? Let me try it again. Let me make it bigger so I can see it better. It's acting funny. Right click. Took it a minute. Unpin it. But there's this big black space, right? Let's click off. Now let's try it again. Well, looky there. That's how you get rid of your tiles. Scroll down. See everything, Excel, Firefox. I had people on there. Where's the puzz? People. Hey, there's Paint 3D. You need to try Paint 3D. It's really fun. That is a rabbit hole. If you don't know what a rabbit hole is, go look it up. Reddit is a rabbit hole. See, there's Skype. So I didn't remove anything, but now all of a sudden I think I would like to have my tiles back. So let's put some tiles back. Where is Paint 3D? Where's the puzz? Paint. Okay, right click, and I want to pin it to start. And that's how you add your tiles back in. You can make them large. You can make them wide. You can medium them, or you can make them little bitty. See? They're still there. That's how you add, that's how you remove. And that's all we're going to do for this video. The next one we'll talk about other stuff. So I will see you online.